The afternoon of October 3, 1993, in Mogadishu, Somalia, began like any other for the American task force. The mission seemed straightforward: a swift daylight raid to capture 2 top lieutenants of a powerful warlord. Intelligence said it would take no more than 30 minutes. The plan was a masterpiece of precision, a synchronized dance of helicopters and ground vehicles. Leading the aerial armada was a flight of MH-60 Blackhawks. In the cockpit of one, call sign Super 61, sat Chief Warrant Officer Cliff Wolcott, a seasoned and respected pilot known to everyone as Elvis. His helicopter was the insertion bird, tasked with delivering a team of Delta Force operators onto the target building. As the city sprawled beneath them, a labyrinth of dusty streets and stone houses, there was no indication that this routine mission was about to spiral into one of the most brutal close-quarters battles in American history. The operation began perfectly. The Delta operators fast roped down from Wolcott's hovering Blackhawk, hitting the target with stunning speed. But then, the first cracks appeared. Somali militiamen, warned of the raid, flooded into the streets. The air grew thick with the crack of AK-47s and the heavier thump of RPGs. Wolcott, having dropped his team, pulled Super 61 into a wide orbit, providing overwatch. Below, the city was transforming from a landscape into a kill zone. The mission clock was ticking past the 30-minute mark. The ground convoy was taking wrong turns, bogged down in barricaded streets and relentless ambushes. The quick snatch and grab was dissolving into a desperate fight for survival. In the chaos, from a dusty alley, a militiaman shouldered an RPG. He led the hovering helicopter and fired. The rocket streaked upward. There was no time to evade. The warhead slammed directly into the tail rotor of Super 61. A violent shudder racked the aircraft. The controls in Wolcott's hands turned to dead weight. The iconic sound of the rotors changed to a sickening, high-pitched grind. Over the radio, Wolcott's voice was calm, final. "We're going in. We're going in." With immense skill, he fought the dying machine, trying to auto-rotate, to slow the descent and save his crew. But there was no time. Super 61 pitched forward and plunged, nose first, into a narrow alley between the stone houses. The impact was catastrophic. For a moment, there was silence, broken only by the creak of twisted metal and the crackle of fire. Then, the sound of running feet. A horde of militiamen descended on the crash site. The battle for Super 61 had begun. Inside the wreckage, 2 crew members were dead, but 2, including Wolcott, were alive, though critically wounded. Their survival now depended on a tiny rescue team. A pair of Delta snipers, Sergeant First Class Randy Shugart and Master Sergeant Gary Gordon, orbiting above in a Little Bird helicopter, heard the desperate calls. They knew the ground forces couldn't get through. They requested, not once but 3 times, to be inserted to secure the crash site. The Little Bird flared and dropped them in the street 100 yards away. The 2 snipers fought their way through a wall of gunfire to the wreckage of Super 61. They pulled the wounded crew from the shattered cockpit and established a perimeter. Back to back, with only their rifles and sidearms, they laid down a ferocious wall of fire, holding off a city. For 10 long minutes, Shugart and Gordon held the line. They expended their ammunition, then their sidearm rounds. When their guns fell silent, the militiamen overran the position. All were lost, but their heroic defense was not in vain. The crash of Super 61 was the catalyst that turned a failed raid into a desperate overnight siege. It was a battle that cost the lives of 18 American soldiers and hundreds of Somalis. But from the tragedy emerged an enduring legacy of valor. Master Sergeant Gary Gordon and Sergeant First Class Randy Shugart were posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor, the first since the Vietnam War. Their story and the fall of Super 61 is not just a tale of a helicopter shot down, but a brutal testament to the ultimate promise soldiers make to never leave a fallen comrade behind.